morning and welcome to the Community Briefing. This is the Carroll Lutheran Village segment, and this morning we're speaking with John Ebert. He is a resident here at Carroll Lutheran Village, and we're going to talk about all the things that he's involved with, and I'll mention his nickname is DJ Johnny. So we'll talk about that, and I'll make a special note. He has the best dog on campus here. It's Leo, and he's the best dog around. So, all right. So, good morning, John. Thanks for being here. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you decide to come to Carroll Lutheran Village?
Well, as far as myself is concerned, I was born at a very early age in Buffalo, New York, and ended up going into Vermont maybe 40 years ago. They asked me if I'd moved to Vermont, and I just said, well, how soon do you want me there?
Yeah.
No mountains in Western New York. So anyways, absolutely fell in love with Vermont. And I was in a really good sales position for years. I worked when I wanted to work, played when I wanted to play. As long as I put the numbers on the books, did what I wanted to do. If it was a nice day in the winter, I went skiing before I went to work. If it was a nice day during the summer, I still went skiing. It was on the water before I went to work. But yeah, I had a pretty good lifestyle. As far as coming to Carroll Lutheran, the last 20 years, we had been living on lakefront in Vermont. Beautiful mountain lake. I had the Coptish ski boat, pontoon boat, sailboat, living the life, okay? We had a neighbor that went off the rails, and life was really bad for us. And my partner, Kathy's daughter, is in Catonsville, and she's got two little ones. And so Kathy wanted to be down near her daughter. So she was the one that dragged me into this. It wasn't my idea. I liked the lake. But anyway, she narrowed it down to two places, this one and one down south on the Chesapeake. We went to see the one down south first, and I thought I was in Florida, and I hate Florida. So I said, let's go look at the other one. And we drove up here, and I just fell in love before I even got to the place with the country, the farms. It's just like the Champlain Valley where we were in Vermont. This place would have to be pretty bad for me not to pick it over the other place. So, but we got here, and it's like one of the best decisions we ever made coming here. I just fell in love with this place. It's an incredible lifestyle here.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been here?
A little over a year now.
Okay, yeah, pretty recent.
A little over a year. And I tell you, one of the biggest things people talk about here is they wish they would have moved here sooner.
Yeah. Well, so tell us about some of the things that you're involved with.
Well, as you know, I got involved with the dog show committee.
Yes, that's how I met you.
Put the dog show together. I helped the ladies out that put together the Village Treasure Sale. I'm always moving stuff for them. And Eileen Gist, who you know, she does those incredible floral arrangements. Most days, she's got me from like 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock most days. That's where I am, doing stuff for her. And at 3 o'clock, that's Leo's walk time.
Leo's time, right?
Yes. So, and then I got involved in the wood shop. I actually went to college to be an industrial arts teacher.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I never taught. Weren't many jobs for teachers at that particular time when I got out of school. But it's an incredible wood shop. Everything you need for woodworking is there. I'm kind of like a motivator to get the kids out on the pickleball court here.
That's right, you're a big pickleball player.
Yeah, been playing pickleball in town at the Robert Milton Center. I got addicted to pickleball the first time I played 8 years ago.
It's fun.
I just got addicted to it, and I love it. I am a religious 3 days a week, 3 hours a pop. So 9 hours a week is pickleball. When I was in Vermont, I played 8 times a week, every day, and I played twice on Sundays. It's a very social sport.
Yeah.
Because I play strictly doubles. So you always got 4 people in a court, small court, talking, fun, laughs.
Lots of fun.
It's just a blast. It really is. Anybody that doesn't give it a try has to have their head examined. You never know until you try, right?
That's right. That's right. And I know there's a pickleball court here. So
There's 2 of them.
Maybe you can start a movement. Get everybody playing pickleball.
I've been trying. And when COVID hit in Vermont, they wouldn't let us play in the gym. So we started playing outside year-round. And once I left the gym, I never went back in the gym in Vermont.
Right. It's fun to play outside, yeah.
I mean, what the heck? You ride snowmobiles during the winter, right?
Why can't you play pickleball?
Why can't you play pickleball?
You're known around campus lately as DJ Johnny. How did that start?
Well, that started as I just moved here, and I said to myself, too damn quiet around this place. I said, I bet you these people would absolutely love to hear some music more often than they do with this special event. So I kept toying with the idea, trying to get a jukebox in the dining room over in the middle of campus there. I'm trying to think of who I talked to. I talked to a bunch of people about the idea, and then finally, Eileen got the idea that I was doing, and so she comes up with the idea about the cabaret, and then we got a committee together, and we talked, see how it went, and the people came and they loved it. They absolutely loved it. I hadn't done any DJing in I don't know how long. It was something I did years ago. I think it was the early 90s. Just on a whim, I was, like I say, I was in sales, so I had a lot of free time to do stuff. And one of my customers was a high-end nightclub in Killington, Vermont. Big club, 3 bars in it. The guy I did business with there, I used to be pretty buff. He asked me if I'd be interested in bouncing on the weekends. Because he knew besides, being buff, I was a diplomatic type guy. Mm-hmm. So I started bouncing, working the door. Not really, the big guys did the bouncing. I tried to keep the peace between the big guys and the guys that were acting up. We became friends, and we shared our, talking about our love of music. This was an R&B club, and they brought in great bands. But in between the bands, they had a DJ that spun. And he asked me, would you be ever interested in DJing if our DJ doesn't show up? I said, well, let me go work with him some night and see how it works. And I just fell in love with the idea, and so I started substituting there once in a while, and other clubs heard about it, and they brought me in, and then I did some weddings and parties and all that. I never took it all that seriously. It was just always just
fun.
I never pursued it, but I had fun doing it. And then here, the first time I had the spin here, I was getting all nervous and all that Saturday morning about what CDs do I take with me, what equipment am I going to take with me. And someone had been talking to me about Spotify. So I said, Saturday morning, I said, let me check this Spotify out. 10 minutes later, I was in love with Spotify. Didn't take a single CD with me.
You, right?
And Spotify just makes it so easy to DJ. It's an amazing platform.
Yeah.
Just amazing. So, and it's fun to watch the people. I mean, they get out there and dance their butts off.
I bet it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And it's fun to see them recognize the songs, that they hadn't heard in a while. I mean, I'm as old as these guys around here, so I know what I heard growing up. I just didn't stop listening to music like a lot of people. They reach your 30s, have kids and all that. They just stopped listening to music. But being in sales like I was a road warrior. I was in the car all the time. Yep. I never stopped listening to music. But it's really fun to go back to the old time rock and roll and rhythm and blues, and I even play some modern stuff that they get up and dance to.
So that's how your reputation has started. Okay.
Yeah, that's how well, actually, Jim Emmons came up. He thought I had to have a name.
There you go.
He said, we should call you DJ John. Yes. I don't care. Fine. Call me whatever you want.
So, and something else that I know, okay, so you do pickleball, and I also have spotted you on a motorcycle.
I've been riding motorcycles since I was 16. I bought a motorcycle before I turned 16, so I would be ready to go when I got my license. I was always fortunate to, my parents were like really low or middle class, and I never had the money or the things that I saw the other kids have. So I started working at an early age. I had an uncle who was a mason. I worked for him. He paid me very well. Okay. And in high school, I started working loading and unloading trucks in the Teamsters Union. And I made money. So I was able to buy the motorcycle I wanted, the cars I wanted, and all that. And I've always had a motorcycle since I was 16. I love them.
Yep. I saw one sitting out there one day under a cover. And then another day you go zipping by me while I was walking Audrey's dog. And I was like, that was John on a Harley.
Yeah, the Harley's getting a little bit big for me. I got the Harley because, if you're going to go out and ride for a few hours, Harley's really comfortable. It's a beast to move around just to buzz around town and all. So I think I'm going to try and downsize soon.
That's cool. Well, I must say, you don't miss a moment of fun.
No,
and tell me
like George says.
I was going to say, tell me right before we started this interview, you told me a George Strait song. So tell me.
We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time.
There you go.
It's a great song.
And it's true. I mean,
it is.
It's true.
And that's scope of things. We're just a little speck on that timeline.
And all the people here at Carroll Lutheran Village that I've met and that we've spoken to for this segment as well as other things says the same thing. You got to make the most of coming here because there's so much to do and so much fun things to do.
Yeah. Well, for a while there, after I got out of sales, I got into network marketing. And I got to tell you, I was really good at picking bad companies at first. I went through a ton of them, but I found a good one. But in the course of learning about the industry and doing all that and learning how to teach, the whole idea in network marketing is to teach others and empower and get that income leverage. That's what attracted me to it, was the residual income. So I used to do a lot of seminars. One of the things I always hit when I did a seminar is I said to people, you got to understand something. Yesterday is like a canceled check. It's gone. Tomorrow's a promissory note. Today's the only legal tender you got. Spend it wisely.
Oh, I like that, yeah.
Yeah. So that was always one of my favorite little tidbits to throw out when I did those seminars.
And you are definitely an example of that, like here at the village. I mean, I met you right when you moved in was when I first met you, because we were doing the dog event.
Yep.
And
that was shortly after I moved in, yeah.
And you were right in on everything, getting involved, and I was like, that's what you do when you get here.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's just so much to get involved in. I'm busier here than I was before I came here, for sure.
Yeah. Every time I see you, you're heading off pickleball, heading off here. Yeah. So that's great.
Well, I just see a lot of these people, they get to where they slow down and they don't move. And there's one thing I always believed. You got two systems in your body. You got this big old thing in your chest called the heart. And it pumps the blood through your body. And if you use it and exercise it and breathe in deep, you oxygenate your blood. That's part of staying healthy, okay? But that doesn't do you any good if you don't just keep moving, because your lymph system doesn't have a pump like the heart. And if you're not getting rid of the toxins that you create from cell metabolism and all that, that's when people start going downhill. I don't want to think I'm going downhill yet. I kind of think I'm leveling off a little bit.
I don't think you're headed that way at all. What's the thing you enjoy most about moving to Carroll Lutheran Village?
Not having to mow the lawn anymore.
That's a good thing. Think of the amount of time you save now.
Not having to take the leaves out of the gutters.
There you go.
Ending my boating career without having to put docks in and out of the lake. See, not having to cook anymore.
That's a good one.
I mean, you can eat really good here without having to cook. I mean, you go down and the food selection is always very healthy, and it's good food. I'm really impressed with how good the food is here. It's just always something to do.
Well, I was just going to ask you, if you had to sum up your life here at Carroll Lutheran Village in one phrase, or what would it be?
Carefree, fun, having a good time.
That's right. And if anyone is thinking about moving to Carroll Lutheran Village, what would you share with them?
I'll tell you what I do say, because I bump into the people that show people around for the rooms, and they always love it when they bump into me, because I always tell them, I said, listen, let me share something with you. If you come and join us, you'll say one thing: you wish you would have done it sooner, because this is where all the cool kids come to hang out. You can ask the salespeople.
I believe you. Yeah.
That's what I say all the time. A lot of the residents that have moved in since we've been here, and some of them that were here before, they're just taking advantage of what we have here.
Yeah, and there's a lot to do. We had an interview members of the RAC committee, and we had Frank and Judy.
Yeah.
And again, so many things here on campus to get involved with and participate in. Not only, pickleball and active things, but just committees to create events, and your DJing and things. Yeah. There's always something you can get involved with.
One of the things I tried to do last year, I sort of like the wind came out of my sails when the meeting attendance didn't go up, is I've been trying to resurrect the men's club, and I'm going to make another effort. It fell apart during COVID. The women's club is still active, but I want to see if I can resurrect the men's club.
Great.
I'm going to give it another shot this year and just see if we can't, identify what men might be interested in getting activities like to get together, like getting a sailboat out in the bay someday, or going on a fishing trip in the bay, or just getting together to do projects around here as, representing the men's club. Whatever they want to do, just go down the road to the Pub Dog Brewery for pizza or whatever. So that's my goal this spring, is to give that another shot.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Well, again, we've been speaking with John Ebert, who is a resident here at Carroll Lutheran Village and very involved and very busy. And if you want to find out more about Carroll Lutheran Village, you could certainly visit their website, clvillage.org, or you can call 443-241-2949.